was a child so good and kind. The child was poor, the child was blind. Yes, both its eyes were blind. One rainy day there did appear a poor old man who couldn't hear. He simply couldn't hear. They both went on together, then the poor blind child, the deaf old man. The poor blind child, the deaf old man. One night they passed a little hut from which emerged a lame old slut, a dirty, lame old slut. She'd been run over in the street, whereby she lost one of her feet. She lost one of her feet. They all went on together, then the poor blind child, the deaf old man, the lame old slut who left her den. An old maid in her 40th year, to stay a virgin was her fear. It was her dreadful fear. To punish her who was so weird, God struck her with a goatee beard, a goatee beard. She pleaded, "Let me go with you, dear people, let me go with you. A miracle might still come true." A mangy dog, no longer smooth, was left without a single tooth, without a single tooth. He found a bone, it was no good. He could not masticate his food, not masticate his food. He trotted with the other four, the lame old beast so ill and sore, the poor old dog so lame and sore. A poet lived in dire need. He never had enough to eat, not half enough to eat. He poured his heart, his soul, his head into his work, which no one read. 'Twas worse than being dead. The poor old dog who licked his hand and followed him across the land was now his one and only friend. His luck changed suddenly. One day he wrote a most amazing play, a most amazing play. He made immortal with his pen the poor blind child, the deaf old man, the child and the old man. The lame old slut, the virgin weird, the virgin with the goatee beard, the virgin with the goatee beard. They made an energetic start, for each one was to play a part, to learn that part by heart. And the production, slick and smooth, was by the dog without a tooth, the dog without a tooth. The stage was set on went the light, the curtain rose on the first night. The critics raved as well they might. The audience cheered them long and loud. The dog was carried by the crowd and everyone was proud. The royalties began to flow and people queued to see the show wherever they would go. In Europe, Asia, Africa, and even in America, in North and South America. The moral of this little tale: it's awful to be sick and pale, and poor and old and frail. The poet's dream, the muse's kiss, will turn adversity to bliss, to pure and lasting bliss. Then courage and the belly swell. The virgin's belly swells as well, for they have conquered bloody hell.